So let me start off with a disclaimer saying that I know I look absolutely crazy. But today I want to focus on an eye look for a collaboration that I'm doing with a friend that I made on Instagram. I will link her down below if you want to go give her a follow. She's a really awesome person. So the reason for me looking crazy, if you didn't notice the symbol on my forehead, we are doing a Zodiac theme collab based on our own Zodiac signs. And I'm an Aries, so I'm doing my take on an Aries look. So I wanted to do the most complicated parts. The eye is going to be complicated. Let me rephrase. The parts I don't do the most off camera, which was foundation, a little bit of bronzer. It's been a long day. A little bit of bronzer, blush, and this. Oh, and my eyebrows. Because if I messed any of those up, it was going to take me forever to redo them. Whereas with the eye look, I'm hoping, as long as there's not a whole lot of fallout, that I can clean it up pretty easily. So let's just get right on in. I'm sorry if the light is going to fluctuate a little bit during this video. It's been pretty sunny out all day, but it keeps playing peekaboo, so not really sure what to do about that. So first, I'm going to go in with the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette. I got this one from Glambot. And I'm going to go in first with a large fluffy brush from Ofra. This is the 35E, and it's pretty sizable. And I'm going to go in, I don't think any of these colors have names, but I'm just going to go in with this palest yellow. Because the colors that mainly are associated with Aries are, of course, red, orange, yellow, and then like dark purple. And it says to stay away from black if you're going for like colors of that Zodiac, which kind of throws off my initial look, but we're going to tweak it and go with it. Also, I never, like almost never, use blush or bronzer. You can barely see the bronzer because I didn't want to go too heavy-handed. But of course you can see the blush for sure. Anyone has any tips on either of those steps, please let me know. Because my step for both of those is to avoid them. And honestly, unless I'm wearing a lot of foundation, I don't really need blush, which is the main reason why I avoid blush. Because I have a lot of red pigmentation on my face, and I really don't want to accentuate that unless it's like this, like where it's supposed to be. Or at least mostly where it's supposed to be. So I'm going to lay down the base of that yellow like that. Then I'm kind of torn with which way I want to go with it. But I think I'm going to go ahead and just go right in to the red. So I'm going to take this brush from Aisling Organics. It is the 389. And it's got like a flat edge and a more of a blending brush. I'm going to go straight in with the red shade in this palette. Wish me luck because I've never used this red shade. I don't know how pigmented it is, how much fallout there's going to be, so I'm going to try to go really light-handed at first and build it up so that I can try to avoid, you know, as much fallout as I can. Because if you go in with less, obviously there's less of a chance for some to fall off of the brush and in turn your eyelid. But this is kind of like a dense packer brush too, with it being a like fluffy blending brush at the same time. So I'm hoping that it'll help kind of like pop it right where I want it to go. and not much else. There is a little bit of kickback in this pan, so I was a little concerned at first. I'm going to take that same brush that I was just using. I'm going to clean it off a little bit with my AOA little brush color taker offer thing. I can't think of what it's called. Which takes off not all of the color, especially not on a bright color like this, but enough where I feel more comfortable like dipping it into another color and using it again. I'm gonna go right under that red into the deep shimmery red and pack that on a little thinner and a little lower. By thinner I mean like band, not like amount of color. I just want to deepen it up toward the base where I'm going to be doing that cut crease. But yeah, I feel like doing a collab is going to be a good way to get out of my comfort zone. Because like I said, a lot of my day-to-day looks are more on the boring side, but honestly, I'm intimidated by color. I'm not as good at makeup and color and matching as a lot of other people who do this, so I avoid it because I'm also really hard on myself. So honestly, if I mess something up, like extremely, not like, I'm sure if you've seen any of my videos, you know I mess stuff up all the time, but like really bad to the point where I like do a video and I don't want to upload it, it genuinely puts me in a bad mood, because I joined YouTube for entertainment, to put someone somewhere in a good mood from me being silly or goofy, or you know, maybe there's someone out there who could actually learn something from me. You never know. I was trying to see if I had a thinner brush that I could use for this. Not seeing one. Mike could use this. I think this is supposed to be a concealer brush, but I'm gonna see if I can just dip it into this shimmer shade and run that up into my crease. Yeah, but I'm just not as versed in the makeup. I didn't get into it until a couple years ago, and even then it started out with UhHuh lipstick, UhHuh mascara, and then I got into highlighter, and then I kind of got back into eyeshadow because that was something that I liked before, but you know, that was back before like blending brushes were really a thing, and it was like you use the little sponge applicators that Christine from Simply Nailogical loves. And I don't hate, you know, for the right shadow, they're good. But I've gotten so used to blending brushes that I definitely prefer them in most cases. Or I just use my finger. Because that was my thing with the sponge applicators, what kept drawing me to them. You can't blend them out as well, but they tend to pick up and deposit pigment a lot quicker and a lot heavier. Okay, so I think that's about where I want it for the top lid. One eye looks significantly better than the other, but we're gonna roll with it. That's par for the course for me. So now I'm gonna take another fluffy brush. This is one of the BS Mall brushes, and I'm gonna go in with this kind of like deeper purple shade, and I'm really hoping that it's not overly pigmented. I'm not gonna pick up a whole lot. I just want to put a little purple on the outer edge to, oh, that's purple. Okay. Well, I'm gonna be blending some red back on top of that, because I really just wanted to deepen it up with a kind of, I don't even know, a purpley red vibe, but I wasn't going for straight purple. Now I'm going to go back in with that shimmery red shade first. See if I can deposit some of that on top of it and give it a red tint, or if I need to go in with the red. I'm thinking the red, because that doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot, to be honest. Maybe giving it a little bit of shimmer, maybe not even that. So we're going to take the same brush with the red and just tap, tap, tap. And go over that. This is much more peacocky and much less fire with the purple. I was hoping for like to just give it a little bit of depth, but it's very clearly purple. So we gotta do something about that. But anyway, the horoscope website I was looking at said to avoid like browns and blacks, and so I'm like, ugh, well, what am I supposed to do to give it that like outer edge definition? Because that's normally what I would use, is a brown or black. I guess that's a little better. And once I get the crease cut and get into my pop of color, which is what I'm about to do, it might be a little better. I'm going to use the AOA Studio E148 brush for the cut crease, and I'm using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer for the cut crease, because last time I tried to do a cut crease, which didn't come out too bad, honestly. This is what I used. So we're just gonna dab it on, bring it to the center, and then try to bring it across to the inner part. My eyelids are so wrinkly that it makes this part hard to do. Because you think it looks even, and then you realize that it's not, like, at all. Alright. I might be able to clean that up in a minute. Go back in. Same brush, just a little bit. You really don't need a lot of this at all. A little goes a long way. So we're just gonna, how far is that? To the, and tap it on into the center. Cool, I got it under my eye. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh, I'm just covering everything. Do 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 do. Ah! Somebody help me! Can you see how bad my eye is twitching? How do people do this? I don't understand. And some people make it look so dang easy. don't get it. Let's see if I can get the concealer from under my eye. Alright, so I'm going to try to clean this side up a little bit. Make it a little more even. I'm so bad at this, I can't even tell if they're even. Like, really though, how do people do this? Are they even? I can't tell. That's what we're going with. So let's get it where it's not wet, but it's a little tacky. I feel like this one's way higher than this one, but again, that's what we're working with. So that's what we're gonna do. So now I'm gonna go in with the UhHuh Honey palette by Colourpop for my pop of yellow, and I'm gonna go in with this shade, which is Dandy. I'm gonna try my finger first. I'm just gonna load my finger up and just pack that onto the area with the concealer. And I might have to go in with a brush to get along the edges. I'm also going to have to go up around the top and clean it up as far as where the red meets it. I mean, I gotta say though, that doesn't look too bad. They're definitely not even, but that's okay. That is okay. It definitely looks better than my last cut crease on camera, which was pretty nice on one eye and not so nice on the other. I'm gonna clean off the brush that I was using for the concealer because it's a nice little packer brush. Dry it off a little bit because I just used a makeup wipe. I'm not like sticking it in the sink. I'm gonna dip into that shade, Dandy, and just use this brush to get right up along the edge and into my inner corner. This is another thing. How do you people get the opposite side of your face? Is it just because I'm blind and can't have it that far away? Like, is that what's happening here? Because having to do this is obnoxious. Try to get some of the fallout from under my eye without taking off all my makeup. Is it possible? Kinda, sorta. Not exactly. That's better than nothing. Alright. Now, we're going to take the brush with all the red on it, pinch it, go up under my eye. And apparently get it all in my eye. Woo! That was a lot of eyeshadow in my eye. Sorry. And then I'm going to take whatever's left on it and just go across the top here. Try to blend it out just a teeny bit. Alright, now something that I wasn't sure if I wanted to do or not is I'm going to take the teeniest bit of concealer, like just boop, teeny bit. This is what's been playing in my head all day because I wasn't sure how it was going to play out. And I'm going to put it right above the little Aries symbol and hope that this helps this stick. I'm going to take that same finger and I'm going to go in with the glittery shade in the middle of the palette, which is Palooza. And I'm going to tap that over the Aries symbol. All right, we're doing stuff out of the ordinary. Okay, out of my ordinary. Then I'm going to go in with a little bit of highlighter. I'm going to be using Rodeo Drive by Ofra because I wanted like a goldy highlighter to help pick up the, you know, yellow and golds going on here. And this is actually what I'm going to use for my inner corner highlight to help tie everything together and make it a little more cohesive. It's actually a little too dark for my skin tone, but that's okay. For this, we're gonna make it work if I don't knock everything over first. Down the nose, Cupid's bow. All right, now for the inner corner, we're gonna take my favorite little inner corner brush, which is a Luxie 111 mini flat angled. We're just gonna dip in, tap off, and go right on in there. Doesn't do a whole lot because it's not on me as bright as it is on some people because it is a little dark on me. But because like from the front, I don't know how well it picks up on camera, you can clearly see like streaks, like bronze streaks down my face. That's okay. Then a little mascara. I'm gonna go in with the, not that, I'm gonna go in with the Colourpop BFF Volumizing Mascara in Black on Black. And I'm gonna do the top lashes on both eyes first because I debated having only top lashes done on this look. I want to see how it looks before I make a final decision. Okay, yeah, I kind of like how it looks with just the big surprise, I stopped recording. So anyway, I like it better with just the top lashes. It gives you a chance to see the bottom eyeshadow. So I'm going to go in with Girl Crush to top off the look. This is by Half Caked. And we're just gonna have a nice, bold statement lip. Alright, now you know what time it is. It's time to get a little more light and have a classic narcissistic montage moment. of the full look. Let me know your thoughts down below. Was this exciting for anyone? Do you like the look? Let me know. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more of my content. And before this stops recording, I will see you next time. Bye!